Most people fail under pressure because they think emotions help them handle chaos. They don't. If you want to stay calm when everyone else loses their mind, here's how Ayanokoji would do it. Chapter 1. Detach from the noise. When chaos hits, the first instinct is to react. You feel like you need to fix everything instantly. But that's exactly what keeps you trapped in panic. You can't think clearly while drowning in emotion. So the first move is to detach. That doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means stepping outside the noise to observe what's actually happening. You stop being the player and become the observer. This distance gives you power. You start to see which problems are real and which are just emotional noise. Ayanokoji always operates from detachment. He doesn't argue. He doesn't panic. He observes. When you detach, time slows down. Your reactions become deliberate instead of automatic. That's when you start to win under chaos. Try this when something stressful happens. Don't speak immediately. Don't move. Just breathe. Give yourself 5 seconds of silence. In those seconds, emotion loses its grip. The one who reacts first loses. The one who observes first controls the room. That's detachment in action. Chapter 2. Learn to breathe like a strategist. Your breathing is the fastest way to calm the storm. When chaos strikes, your body tightens. Your breath shortens. You go into survival mode. But your brain can't plan while it's surviving. It can only react. To flip the switch, slow your breathing deliberately. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. It sounds too simple, but it changes everything. It signals to your brain that you're safe. It lowers your heart rate. And suddenly your thoughts stop racing. Ayanokoji doesn't look calm because he's fearless. He looks calm because his body never betrays him. He uses calmness as a weapon. When everyone else spirals, he stays composed enough to think. That's what you're aiming for. Control your breath. Control your mind. Control your outcome. Start practicing in small situations. Traffic. Arguments. Deadlines. Master calmness there and chaos won't touch you later. Chapter 3. Remove the illusion of control. Most chaos is about things you can't fully control. People's reactions, unexpected setbacks, external events. You waste energy fighting to control what isn't yours to manage. The calm mind knows the difference. You can't control the storm, but you can control how you move through it. That's where true control lies. You stop trying to make the world predictable. You start becoming adaptable instead. Adaptability is what separates the emotional from the strategic. When you accept uncertainty, it loses its power. You start thinking clearly. You stop chasing outcomes and start mastering responses. Ayanokoji doesn't get angry when things go wrong. He adjusts his plan. He treats every outcome as data. That mindset makes him unstoppable. You can't shake someone who's comfortable with not knowing. Stop trying to control the external. Start mastering the internal. Chapter 4. Think in delays, not reactions. Instant reactions are emotional traps. People who rush to respond always give away their power. Calm people think in delays. They give themselves time to process before they act. This delay creates distance between emotion and decision. Even 5 seconds can change the quality of your response. Think of it like buffering. Instead of blurting out what your emotions want to say, you wait. You let logic catch up. That delay is your advantage. It makes you unpredictable. No one can manipulate someone who doesn't react instantly. Ayanokoji is a master of this. He never rushes to speak or show emotion. He lets others reveal themselves first. Then he moves. That's psychological control in its purest form. Train yourself to delay reactions in small moments, before replying to a message, before answering criticism, before making a big choice. That's how you build emotional precision. Chapter 5. Train emotional awareness. You can't control what you can't name. Emotional awareness is understanding what's actually happening inside you. When you feel anger or fear, pause and name it. I'm angry. I'm anxious. I'm overwhelmed. Labeling emotion separates you from it. It turns a storm into an object you can examine. Ayanokoji's calmness isn't emotionless. It's controlled emotion. He knows exactly what he feels, but he doesn't let it dictate behavior. That's emotional awareness in action. Start small. Whenever you feel off, stop and name the feeling. Then ask yourself, what triggered this? That question puts logic back in control. You start understanding patterns. You learn what pulls you into chaos, and once you know, you can break it. Awareness creates distance. Distance creates control. Chapter 6. Build habits that anchor you. When chaos comes, your habits decide your stability. If your life is built on randomness, chaos destroys you. But if you have strong anchors, you stay grounded. Anchors are routines that keep your mind steady. Morning structure, workout, journaling, reading. These simple habits protect your mental balance. You don't rise to the occasion, you fall back to your training. That's why Ayanokoji always looks composed. His foundation never shakes. Build systems that protect your focus. You shouldn't rely on willpower in chaos. You should rely on structure. Habits are armor. They absorb impact when emotions hit. When the world feels unstable, routine gives clarity. Protect your morning. Protect your space. Protect your schedule. That's how you remain calm when others fall apart. Chapter 7. Use silence as a weapon. Most people talk to calm themselves down. They fill the silence with words because they fear it. But silence is a strategic advantage. It lets you control energy and pace. When everyone's panicking, silence cuts through noise. It commands presence. People listen more when you speak less. Ayanokoji uses silence to disarm others. He doesn't rush to fill gaps. He lets others expose their thinking. In chaos, silence gives you data. It makes others uncomfortable while you remain centered. Practice strategic silence in arguments. Don't rush to respond. Just watch. Observe how quickly people reveal their emotions. That's your information. You're not just quiet, you're calculating. And the calmest person in the room always holds control. Chapter 8. Focus on micro-control. Macro chaos is built from micro moments. You can't stop the storm, but you can control one decision at a time. When you feel overwhelmed, zoom in. What's the next action you can control? Focus only on that. This micro-focus rewires your brain away from panic. It gives you momentum when everything feels too big. Ayanokoji doesn't plan to control every variable. He just controls what he can influence directly. Over time, small actions compound into big wins. You don't need to know how the whole plan plays out. You just need to stay steady on the next move. Micro-control kills overwhelm. It restores clarity. It brings power back to your hands. Handle the present moment, and the chaos loses leverage. Chapter 9. Build psychological distance from people. Chaos often comes from people, not events. The emotions, the pressure, the drama, all human. So learn to build psychological distance. You can care without being consumed. You can listen without absorbing. Think of it as emotional boundaries. You're not cold, you're selective. You decide whose emotions enter your space. Ayanokoji interacts, but he never attaches emotionally to the noise. He observes, analyzes, and decides. That's not detachment from empathy. It's detachment from instability. When people panic, they'll pull you into their chaos if you let them. Stay grounded. Don't mirror their tone. Keep your calmness consistent. When you stay unshaken, people unconsciously follow your rhythm. You turn chaos into order by staying emotionally separate. Chapter 10. View chaos as training. The calmest minds are forged in chaos, not comfort. Every time life gets messy, it's a test of your composure. That's how you grow psychological endurance. Ayanokoji treats pressure as practice. He doesn't avoid it, he studies it. Every chaotic moment is a simulation for control. You can train the same way. Instead of wishing things were easier, ask how this moment can sharpen you. The harder it gets, the more control you must build. That's the game. Chaos stops being the enemy when it becomes your training ground. You start welcoming pressure. You realize peace isn't found. It's built inside you. Calm isn't luck, it's skill. And every moment of chaos is your chance to practice mastery. Final thoughts. Remaining calm in chaos isn't about suppressing emotion. It's about mastering your mind under pressure. Detach, breathe, delay. Control the controllable. Use chaos as training. That's the Ayanokoji mindset. Unshaken, unreadable, unstoppable. The world rewards those who think clearly when no one else can. Be that person. Stay calm, stay sharp, be elite, stay elite.